This is my first ever recording that I'm trying to upload to YouTube, and I've never actually recorded myself before. I did one little test video just to see how my microphone would pick it up, but I haven't actually recorded any videos or full something like, people get goosebumps watching TV or something like that? And one of the search results had ASMR in the description on the results, and so I read that and I'm like, oh, that's kind of what I have. And so I searched ASMR, and all this weird stuff started coming on. That it was kind of like, whoa, that's there's a lot of stuff out here, and there's role plays and these all kinds of stuff. I'm like, that's not what I have. It's just while I'm watching TV sometimes. So I started watching some of these videos, and there were a couple ASMR artists that now I've gone through a crap load. That's the technical term, I think, of their videos. And they would suggest some others, and some others would suggest others, and I ended up kind of really over a very short time determining what really triggered me, and kind of fine-tuning those tastes, and reading a lot about the community. And recently, as I said, I got involved with Frivolous Fox's channel, which if I can figure out how, I'll link it on this video. And she has a lot of great videos and a lot of similar tastes. You should really check her out. No pressure for if you're watching this, but most of the people that are watching this will probably come from our groups anyway. But I started actually interacting with her and a lot of other people through Discord and Twitch, and interacting with these people, these strangers from around the world, and they're just fantastic people. So shout out to the Discord group. I'm not gonna go through names because I'll probably piss somebody off by forgetting them, but you all know who you are. And it's just been so great to have this community, to feel like I'm not weird anymore. Or I still am, but at least I'm comfortable in being myself on this, and having others to share, so it's not as kind of scary and unusual. And it's just kind of like a group therapy, group of belonging, and like I said, they're so positive and care about each other, and it's genuine. It's not that fake. You know, you actually care and feel for these people, which I've seen a lot in ASMR, the ASMR community, and it's good to know what's out there. But anyway, that is how I ended up sitting here at my computer desk with a coffee stir, recording my first video. So, hoping that it will be relaxing for some, but also maybe be the beginning of something that will help others. I am not tech savvy, so as I go along here, I may be tapping into please, like I said, be absolutely honest. I'm asking for it. Criticism and stuff like that, when you're not asking for it, is not always welcome. But when you're expecting it, when you're asking for it, I want to get better at this. Like I said, see